If you know grills, you know Weber, and if you know Weber, you probably know the Spirit line. This has been a go-to for outdoor cooks for years. When the highly anticipated 2025 lineup dropped, I had one big question, promising the kind of features that you usually find on higher-end grills. For the Weber Spirit's starting $500 price tag, can you have a premium grilling experience without emptying your wallet? First things first, assembling this grill was pretty straightforward, and this is the EP425 model to be specific, not the EP325, which should be even easier to set up since it's smaller and doesn't have the added cooktop on the left. Still, I've set up quite a few grills in recent years, including my fair share of assembly nightmares, so I really appreciated just how mostly painless this was, though I definitely recommend grabbing another set of hands to speed it along. I especially like how the propane tank nests inside here while also leaving some room for grilling gear. Speaking of gear, this grill is outfitted for the Weber work system. You see the rails on the side? These can hold all sorts of useful accessories like a cup holder or even like just these hooks here for my spatula and tongs come in handy. The right side is also compatible with a caddy tray that you can get from Weber, so you can really customize your grill setup for your needs. Okay, we're preheating. Once I got it going, the heat distribution on this grill was on point. No matter what I was grilling, whether it was the steaks, veggies, or burgers, the cooking surface stayed consistently even. Alright, I'm gonna throw these onions up here to get started. Hi, I want to show you what we're doing today. Had to call my dad in to get his seal of approval. I feel like any griller, they're learning from their dad, right? But this one, I feel like I'm able to just kind of turn it on, know what to do. I like to grill. I'm not a pro like this guy right here, but I think I get the stamp of approval. Want to come to Queens?
I'm on my way, kiddo.
All right, love you, Dad. The grill held heat well, which meant I didn't have to worry about hot spots or uneven cooking. Weber knows how to make a reliable cooking machine at this point, so this wasn't much to my surprise, but it was nice while following the digital temperature gauge. I could see it. When I closed the lid back up, it was working to bring the inside temperature back up to where I needed it. I used a heat gun to measure the temperature as well and found that it was pretty accurate to what was on the Spirit's display. One piece of onion down. All right, we got a piece of onion down, but that's fine because this thing is easy to clean. If I go down in here, that piece of onion ended up right there. 2 slices of cheese, the only right amount of cheese. While my burgers and veggies are finishing up, I wanted to show you a neat addition to the Spirit line. Remember, this is the 4-burner version. It costs $600, and with that, you get an included cooktop that's powered by the same propane tank, but it can be controlled separately by temperature. Now, personally, I've never had a grill or outdoor appliance with this type of feature, so I'm not really sure how I would integrate it into my cooking. I could even see not using the grill and just having this sometimes outside if I just need to whip up something really quick. But overall, for the price of the Weber Spirit and the fact that it has a feature like this built in, it's just that added value that was really coming through in this product this year. Okay, these are ready. All right, we're gonna go down. All right, taste test. The real standout here is the Sear Zone. The 2 right side burners combine for a major heat boost in that area, 40% more to be exact. Just be mindful of your cook time since that extra heat can cook things faster than you might expect. I'd say no more than a minute or 2. Basically, use it how you would use a broiler in your oven, if that makes sense. With the Sear Zone on, we're gonna see temperatures on this side getting up to a steady 500 degrees and beyond. I would say for thinner cuts of steak, you could probably cook them directly on the Sear Zone for the whole time, but for chicken or other cuts of protein, I'll stick to doing most of the cook on the left side before throwing them over to the Sear Zone to finish. Now we're going on to the Sear Zone. You can see right away that it's doing its job there. Whoa. The sear marks on my ribeye steaks were perfect. If you love that crispy caramelized exterior, this grill has you covered. You can do this on chicken, if you want to do a blackened fish, things like that would be perfect in this Sear Zone. Or just anything that you really want to push up the heat on. For example, you could throw a pizza stone on here, right? You want your pizzas to be cooking at a bit higher temperatures. You can put that here, you close the lid for a couple minutes, boom, kind of have like your all-in-one station there. That's if you want to take your grilling to the next level though, of course. After grilling, cleanup was a total breeze thanks to the new grease management system. The removable drip tray slides right out from the bottom, making it easier to deal with the grease and leftover debris or food that might have fallen between the grates. If you've dealt with the older models where you had to kind of scrape them out, this is much smoother of an experience. The grates also wiped up very easily between uses, though I am in the market for a new grill brush, so I would appreciate any recommendations you guys might have. And now, before I dive into a reason you might want to skip the Weber Spirit, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment if you've tried out a Weber grill before, or if you're here because you're eyeing an upgrade. I gotta say, it's really hard to fault this grill, but one small downside here is the lack of a propane gauge. It's a small thing, but when you're grilling and the tank runs dry unexpectedly, it can be a real buzzkill. You'll either have to keep track of your propane manually or buy a separate gauge to monitor it. I don't know, for how much tech and features Weber packed into this thing, it's one of those small conveniences that I wish wasn't overlooked. I didn't go into this episode of Buy or Skip needing much convincing. I mean, the Spirit line has its reputation for a reason, and for the 2025 version, we just get those couple of upgrades that make the difference. Take it to the next level. We got the induction burner, we got the improved gas system, even heating, and of course that sear zone that we had a lot of fun with right here. Now, I'll say that when you're looking at $600 for this 4-ignition Spirit grill, it kind of puts you in this no man's land of if you want to spend a little bit more to go up to an even higher end grill. That's why I would say if you're really looking for something that's compact, easy to use, great for beginners, small spaces, or hey, you're just looking for an affordable grill upgrade under $500, I would go for the 3-ignition version. I like that value just a little bit more, and you're still gonna get the sear zone on that version. If you've made it to the end of this video, I'm curious if you watched it because you're interested in a grill upgrade or you're buying a grill for the first time. If that's the case, what kind of features in a grill matter most to you? Let me know in the comments. A little teaser, I got a couple of more outdoor cooking and grilling videos teed up for this summer, so make sure you're subscribed and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on the fun. I got one thing left to do, and that's go eat everything we cooked up. So that's it for me for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. I could do this all day. A sear zone is really going to help that kind of soak into the, now you know what I'm saying. This is when like I am not a celebrity chef.